Oh my gosh. Come on now. There we go. Sorry about that. What's going on? What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to tonight's Mystery Knife giveaway live event. Sorry, the orientation kept telling me to flip it. So here we are. We're good. Okay. How is everybody tonight? I am behind again a little bit on... I got everything from the previous week completely shipped out. Everybody who's waiting on something from me, including the gentleman who did not get the final knife in his jackpot, I shipped that out. Everybody should have tracking. I am behind on the winner of last week's live stream. The two winners of last week's live stream, you guys will absolutely get your tracking. I just don't have it at the moment because I haven't printed the labels yet, but don't worry, it's coming. And also, I'm behind on drawing my Patreon exclusive giveaway stuff. So those are still open. Anybody who joins Patreon tonight, you'll have a chance to actually enter for those as well. But for tonight's live stream, obviously, this is a free giveaway. So you can enter completely for free during the live stream tonight. How are you guys? Oh, boy. What a week. Busy, busy week. But got it all done. Back on the hunt. I'm gonna save details of the Blade Binge episode for tomorrow morning. I have been having an absolute blast. Like, you know, the thumbnails are always like wild and crazy and ridiculous, but the ones that are like the grail hunting ones, I've really gone up over the top, just like making ridiculous. Like, it's me, but it's very AI enhanced, and it's just... I really like the idea of me being a wizard. Just because of like all of the previous terms that, you know, have been born on these live streams, right? Dating back to Mattress Wizard. I'm slowly turning into the Mattress Wizard myself. I've really enjoyed becoming that, or, you know, developing that persona in those specific thumbnails. You'll see one tomorrow morning. Love the channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I promise you, I will continue to feed, like, just for the Blade Binge Grail Hunt episodes, I will continue to feed ChatGPT the most ridiculous prompts that I can come up with. They will get progressively more unhinged, just for fun. The South Park episode, Make Love Not Warcraft, is my favorite South Park episode, and it is one of the funniest... It's just one of the funniest pieces of media that exists out there. It is so good. That is such an amazing episode. 26 months. Thank you so much. What's up? Absolutely, I'm happy to be here every single week. Absolutely. My son's over at his grandma's tonight, but we have plans to... They added, I mean, for anybody who doesn't know, they added Dragon Ball Daima to Crunchyroll, but with an English dub, finally. And I told my son, I was like, you want to start watching that? Because we kind of have the TV to ourselves tonight. And so we've watched the first couple of episodes, and we're going to continue watching more... Finally, English dubbed episodes. I loved Dragon Ball Daima so much. Such a good show. So pumped to keep watching it because we've been through everything else. We're waiting on the new movie and the Moro arc. So every week you get jelly of the knives on screen. Well, I'll always have them here for you to look at. Thanks for your donation there, Chris. Fun fact, pigeons can be trained to detect cancer. I did not know that. I have a random possum that lets me pet him for food. He's Pascal. That's super cool. The more I learn about possums, the more they're just so misjudged. I think we had this conversation last time. Yes, more TSA stuff is definitely going to come. It's so expensive. It's so freaking expensive to do. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. At this point, it doesn't really matter what I spend. I'm pretty much guaranteed to make money on the ad revenue. But there's something that it feels primally wrong. Do you want to know what it used to cost me for like 20 to 30 pounds of TSA knives? It used to cost me like $100. The price has quadrupled, sometimes quintupled. It's like 5x now. It's absolutely ridiculous. And there's something that I feel is primally wrong spending that much money on all of this crap. You know, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I like the idea of melting it down. I just don't know how I'm gonna do it. Hey there, MC. Let me know if you or someone's willing to let go of an arch nemesis since Brian's books are closed for that model. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna sell either of mine, but it's totally fine if you want to, advertise that question in here. Absolutely. If any of those eBay sellers, like, if they wanted to work out a trade with me, if I was like, I'll plug your store. I feel like if they knew, if I was like, I need like 100 pounds, and I will plug your store under every single one of those uploads, I feel like they'd get it all back. But the problem is that those guys are they're not like retailers, or like, they don't know who I am. They don't know who I am. They know not the majestic glory of Metal Complex. I'm just saying, like, there may not be value there, at least not face value. I don't think a lot of those guys know why the prices are being driven up on that stuff. Heading to Atlanta Blade Show. This will be my first. Let's go, MC, and knock it off the bucket list and have a blast, brother. Cool. Hey, have fun. I'm jealous. Taylor will melt it. Here's the problem, Taylor. I don't know. It's going to cost so much money to ship that stuff. Like, there's seriously, like, close to 400 pounds of it here. It's nuts. Like, there's so much. I love the idea of turning it into a sword. I love the idea of turning it into like a beautiful sword that's just made of garbage. But the amount of money to melt all of that stuff down, to ship it, to melt it, to have the bar or whatever it turns into shipped back, then to send it off to a custom sword maker and have them like, honestly, we're probably looking at like between $5,000 and $10,000, like, to really get it done the way that it needs to be. And I don't know that I want a sword made of junk for, 5 to 10 grand. May I post a pic of my EDC in Pascal? Yeah, you can. I don't think you can post pictures here, but like, I don't know. I can't pull up a picture. If YouTube allowed you to do that, then absolutely. No, Brandon, I completely forgot. That's my fault. Now you are double slighted. Unintentionally, I'm sorry. I'll remember, okay? Ugh. Heading to Atlanta. Oh, wait. Oh, no, this is a different one. Heading to Atlanta for the first time as well. Seriously, does anyone have any suggestions on what booth I should beeline to first in the early hour? What would be your choice? I'm trying to think where I'd go first. Dude, I don't know. Honestly, like, if Brian Nadeau was there, that's where I'd go. I don't know if Brian Nadeau would be there. I might go see... I mean, truthfully, like, I'd probably go see Sergio first. Like, I'd meet up with him. But, like, as far as like other knife makers, yeah, like Brian Nadeau. I might go see Demco. And honestly, like I'd want to meet. I want to meet all the people at Blade HQ. I want to meet all the people at DLT, just because I've had a relationship with those guys for so long, and we have never met each other. So I figured Brian Nadeau was. I mean, you have to remember, I've never been, which is borderline blasphemous. With 848,000 subscribers and a channel that's based entirely on knives, I have never been to Blade Show. What's the Ghost Timascus looking knife? Let's get that out. So you're going to see this unboxed tomorrow or Sunday. This is Herman's, I believe this is a new model. It's also now their largest model. It's even bigger than the Dragonfly. The Ovium. Very cool. It's actually milled and then anodized. But yeah, that's what this is. It is the heaviest detent on a Herman that I've ever felt. Man! Seriously. It is heavy. But it feels awesome, and the action is incredible too. I love that little spot right there. So those little shiny stuff right there, I think that looks nice. It's not fake Damascus. It's just meant to look like a topographical kind of... It's just milling. I mean, would you like to see Herman's actual Timascus and Damascus? Here you go. They don't have to fake it. They're just making what they feel like make. Here's green zirconium Timascus and mirror polished Damacor. And then here's a knife where they have made the entire knife out of Damasteel, including the frame. They do it all the time. They're just, I mean, some people want the look and they just don't want to pay, you know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for it. Could I get a knife? Yeah, if you win. If your name's drawn tonight. You'll have to enter like everybody else, though. I'll switch it to live chat right now. Thank you very much. The Mundus? No, the Mundus is safe. Like, you mean the Alchem? Yeah, it's safe in the Fat Boy box. That's where it sits. In its little throne. What are my favorite Kershaw knives? The Blur, just because like that was my first Kershaw. I also like the Bare Knuckle. I like the Livewire a lot. Obviously the Bel Air XL. I like the Launch 16, the Launch 21. And... yeah, those are probably my favorites. Why was Satan's barber afraid of making mistakes? If he did, there would be hell to pay. Ha ho ha! Pretty good joke, honestly. Thanks for that donation. Aside, Blaine Vinge, Recon 1 is a good source of pre-owned knives, and I like the fact that they inspect the items before they sell it. At least what I believe. So Recon 1 is an amazing place, and if you don't have Recon 1 on your rotation for retailers, you need to. I have purchased many hard-to-find items at Recon 1. Many. Recon 1 is my favorite little place where I go, ooh, I'm also going to check Recon 1 because they have little treasures buried. If you are, you know, oftentimes when you're in the market for something that's around $1,000, but I have found many, and like my red, this guy, the one everybody likes, the red, aluminum oxide titanium Rockstead Higo 2. This was I picked this up on Recon. It was just sitting there. Gorgeous knife. Bradford, thanks for those memberships there. Appreciate that. Need you to send me an Excalibur with a blade signed. Okay. You want me to ride on the blade? I mean, I will. I will. I'll probably, Taylor. I could probably hook you up with a prototype. Let me see what all I've got here. Do I have any experience with Hinder's MagnaCut? So, Hinder is one of those guys that was hitting MagnaCut a little low, and honestly, I believe they still are. I don't think they hit it any higher than 62, and I don't know. I honestly just don't know. I don't know what they're hitting it at currently. When I buy a Hinder, the steel that I like the most, where they're hitting it, I think like in a good range, is their S45VN. I think their S45VN is pretty awesome. Have you seen the GEO knife Ethereal on Blade HQ? S90V and Lexan for for $90. That sounds pretty cool. I have not seen that. Hey, Slider, can you stop? Don't spam. I don't understand why people do that. You want a Japanese-made cold steel Bowie so much? I have one. I have the Natchez Bowie. I think that's upstairs, actually. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, you know, just other people are trying to chat. Can you do a size comparison between the Ovium and the Dragonfly? Yeah, let me get a Dragonfly out. Do I not have one out here? I guess not. Un momento. Sorry about that. Where are you, Dragon Baby? Where's my pretty one? Ooh, yeah, we got a pretty Dragonfly here. Black Timascus, Zirconium Timascus, and Mirror Damasteel here on this Dragonfly. Very busy, but very cool. The Ovium is larger. Come on, focus, you dick. There we go. Big boy. And the Dragonfly, I mean, the Dragonfly's a big knife. I never show both of my Dragonflies at the same time. This Dragonfly was my first custom knife ever made, and it's one of the very first full dress Dragonflies that Herman ever built. So these are my two full dress Dragonflies. One in white Timascus and Damacor. That's a Vanax N11X core. And then this is the Damasteel and black Timascus. Pretty, pretty boys. Pretty, pretty. I'll put you right here. And I'm going to put you over here. I love those things. Ah! Ah! I sat on my beer! Okay. Can we see Ryan Mazzetti's knives? Yeah, I'll get him out here in just 1 second. I've got that fixed blade in its own little special spot. But yeah, absolutely. What is the cheapest Herman? If Herman does an entry-level, just all titanium, smooth, regular finish, and in LMAX, I think occasionally you can find them for $750. I do not have the Black Timascus B. That was sold to a gentleman who was after very specifically that. That one was in Shadow Damasteel. That was a very rare Herman, but this guy was after that thing so hard. And I told him, if I remember correctly, he offered to pay more than I paid, and I said, I don't do that. I said, this is real. This is the truth. I never ever sell anything for profit, given my position. I don't sell it for more than retail or more than what I paid. But if it gets up to retail, then I won't sell it for more than retail. For example, like if I overpay for something on the secondary market and then I sell it, my rule is that I have to sell it for retail or less. And that's because of my position. I'm in a position where people will overpay for things that I have, and there's so many people. I just feel like that's not really fair. But this guy was like, I'll pay more than what you paid. I said, no. I said, how about you pay slightly less than retail? and we'll call it good. And so that's what he did. This was a private transaction a long time ago. And so he ended up with it for slightly less than what he would have bought it for brand new, which I felt like was pretty fair. I didn't want to let that thing go, but this was like an Omega level grail for this guy, and we had talked about it for a while, and we ended up, you know, getting to a point where he was okay with that. Gives you special feelings in your jorts? That's fine. It's fine. Just, you know, wash them. He blinked and gas went up? Yeah, I saw that diesel was... Now, I know it's a lot worse than a lot of other places, but here in central Kansas, it's $4.61 for diesel. I filled up my truck for like, I think it was like $140. Or it was like $145. I was like, oh my God. It's about to get worse for me because I'm going to make the fuel economy worse. I'm scheduled to have my lift kit put on in mid-May. BDS is manufacturing my lift kit. I'm putting a 6.5-inch BDS kit on it, and I've got 37-inch Toyos, so my fuel economy is going to go right into the ground. But I can't wait. I can't wait to pick my kids up from school in a monster truck. That's what I told them. That's what they expect. They are pumped. When I was a kid, I said, when I grow up, I want to drive a monster truck. And I wish I could go back in time, and I want to be like, you can't legally drive an actual monster, so it's not street legal, but I'm getting close, bud. I got you close, okay? I got you close in 2026. Drive a Honda Civic so I can buy more knives. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. What did Kermit say at Jim Henson's funeral? Nothing. That's great. Listen, so this is the truth. Like, you guys say, good thing you work. That guy said, a good thing you work from home, right? Like, I don't put a lot of miles on my vehicle. I work from, listen, you would think I put almost no miles on my truck. I bought my truck brand new. Do you want to know how many miles I put on that thing in 1 year? And this is purely from driving my kids around to all their stuff and picking them up from school and going to the post office. I put 14,000 miles on that truck in my first year. And I'm a YouTuber. I work at home. I work in my basement. I put 14,000 miles on a diesel truck in my first year. That's crazy. You'd think 5. No, it's not an 8. No, it's a Denali Ultimate. I like the AT4X was really cool, but I liked the Vader Chrome on the front end. How do you always miss my super chats? Just shit luck on my part, I guess? Yeah, I guess so, Corey. I'm sorry. My bad. You put 35 to 40,000. Okay. I mean, yeah, you put a lot on. I'm just saying, like, you would think I'd only put 5. My kids are in everything. We signed them up for everything, you know? So it's even me, like, working at home, like, I still put a lot of miles on it. Thanks for your donation there. Dippy Doo. You cleared 1 million. Don't run over any Lambos. We don't have many Lambos here. We have 3 Cybertrucks, which is weird for a town with our town's population is about 24,000 people, and we have 3 Cybertrucks. That feels wrong. $5,000 miles for each kid, yeah. My kids and I all do that thing where we go, look, a Cybertruck! And everyone, like, you know, turns to look, and then all of us are just like, ugh. Like, we're all excited to see it, and then we look at it and go, those things are so weird. Like, I don't hate it the same way I think everybody hates it. It's just an odd thing, you know? It's just they're just so weird. I'm not like enraged. Like there's like some people have like a weird reaction to Cybertrucks where they become feral and they get all weird and political, and it's like I don't really have the time or energy for all that noise, but it is weird, definitely. It's not a truck. You're right. It's a big, you know, it looks like a steel Lunchable with wheels. What are my thoughts on the 154cm Porcupine Blade HQ did with Vosteed? I love the Porcupine, and I love 154cm. I don't know how well Vosteed he treats it, but I think we'll all know fairly soon. I've seen a reflective pimp purple Cybertruck. I mean, you know, you drive stuff like that for attention. The coolest, one of the coolest vehicles that we have in town is actually my buddy's. He has a lot of vehicles. But he has a murdered out Z06/Z07, whatever that top of the line. Is it the ZR1 or whatever? Whatever the most ridiculous Corvette is. He has that murdered out with black, he's got the carbon fiber rims. I don't know if it's like a print or whatever, but my son and I drove it. I'm pretty sure this is a $200,000 Corvette. It's my favorite vehicle in town. It is just nasty. It's so cool. The guy who owns it is the nicest person. He is such a cool guy. And we were at the gym, and he had pulled up and parked it. And my son and I were looking at it. I went in and I said, we were looking at your car. You know, my son thinks it's like the Batmobile. And he just tossed us the keys. He's like, take it for a ride. I was like, oh my God. We drove that thing around at like 14 miles an hour. It was so cool. There we go. ZR1 with ZTK package, that sounds pretty familiar. But you know what I'm talking about? Like the carbon fiber looking wheels. It is absolutely insane. It is the most insane thing I've ever driven. Brandon, I would love to sell it to you, but I love that knife. I love that knife. I want to keep it. Why don't you can't you buy the Natchez Bowie right now? Why don't you just buy one? Yeah, well, you could imagine, like, I'm in somebody else's $200,000 car, and it's like an inch off the ground. And I'm like, I can't put a mark on this. And so, yeah, I did tap on the gas just to see, and that thing, oh, the growl. That thing I could feel that car shaking. It wants to go. It wants to go fast. That thing was begging me. It was like, please, push on the gas. And I was like, no, I got my son in the front seat. This is somebody else's car. We're just going to cruise around in it and come back. He asked me, he's like, did you get on it? And I was like, no. I was really afraid. I was just in a car covered in carpet outside, pimp purple, gold rims, in a Walmart parking lot. Old person, too. Sometimes old people have wacky taste. You know? I don't really frown at anything. I think people kind of just drive what they want. Some people drive it because they want attention. Some people just drive it because they like it. I think all reasons are valid. You know, if I see a really cool car and it's real flashy, I always give them a thumbs up and wave at them. I'm like, I see it. I think it's really cool. Good for you. You know? I don't think there's any reason to hate on people for what they're driving. Like, they like it. And, you know, my thought process is, so what? If they're driving some huge, obnoxious lifted truck, cool. Power to them, you know? I don't really care. I like lifted trucks. I like sports cars. I like all that stuff. I think they're fun. You know my favorite person to wave at? Older dude. He's in his late 60s, early 70s. And he's driving like an absolutely pristine 454 Chevelle. He's just out cruising in it. You know he probably fixed that thing up, or he bought it. It's his rare. It's like his dream, like, you know, his dream car, and he's just out for like a Sunday cruise in it. I always wave at those guys because I'm like, you did it, man. You did it. That was your dream, and you've got it. Good for you. That is super cool. My favorite types of people to wave at, and they always wave back. I gotta be honest with you, I don't like squatted trucks either. I don't. If your truck looks like how Conor McGregor walks, you bought the wrong vehicle. Or you did the wrong thing to your vehicle. A little bit squatted's not bad, but those ones where the front end is way up and the back end's way down, it's like, what? Man. I don't like how that looks. I'm not going to like go out of my way to like give them a thumbs down or anything, but I look at that and I'm like, I just don't know how you can arrive at that conclusion. But okay, there's probably people who look at me and say the same thing about mine, so whatever. Real men like me keep their truck 100% stock, and you should too. I don't subscribe to anybody else's idea of what a real man is and how that relates to their vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and reject that completely. That doesn't mean anything to me. It's also too late. My truck is already very much not stock. Whatever it is that I buy, I will modify immediately. I will immediately modify it. I'm not going to try and speak for everybody here, and no offense to the person who said this. If you start off with a sentence with a real man would, I'm immediately going to ignore everything you say. If you lead off with telling me how a real man should do, I'm going to, and you know what? Every other person on the planet is also going to ignore you as well. No one has ever gotten out their notepad and they're like, oh, God, thank God. Please tell me. Absolutely no one. Talk to the clouds. A real man, give me a knife. I think automobiles are interesting in general. Like, I'm not a tuner guy, but like, would I sit down and have a beer with somebody who was? Yeah. I got a buddy who loves Subarus, and I find it so interesting. I'd never drive. I think the Subaru WRX STI is a cool car. I'd never buy one or I'd never drive one. I think it's cool, and people who know more about it, I think it's interesting. I'd love to hear them tell me about what they did to theirs or why they like it. I think it's cool. I think it's fun, you know? I don't put nuts on my truck. No. I don't put anything back there. I want to be honest with you. I haven't even scratched the paint on the receiver hitch. I have a bed liner, and on top of the bed liner, I've put carpet in there because I don't want to scratch the bed liner. I know that sounds like a meme. That is actually true with my truck. There's carpet back there. That's where I put my son's golf clubs. So you gotta watch out for those golf clubs. They can mess up they can put marks on the bed liner. Well, a real man would read this full sentence and realize they're a real man and are wonderful. Yeah. Shout out to my friend Mike. No, Gabe. Thanks for your money, though. Dude, I don't play golf enough to say that I play golf. I play in I go out and I hit balls with my son at the driving range sometimes, and I play in 2 tournaments a year, and they are both scramble tournaments, and I am the worst player, and I am there to drink beer. That's what I'm there to do, and it's awesome. I can drive the ball and I can putt sometimes. My iron game is terrible. It's a joke. Seriously, I might as well be out there with a big wiffle bat. If I need to use the irons, like, you know, I'll just throw it. Sometimes I ask him, like, after once we're on like the back 9, I'm like, can I just throw it? Like, it's gonna take us way too long. I'm just gonna lose another ball. Carpet in a bathroom is absolutely diabolical. I agree. I am considering ripping up all of the carpet in the house except for the bedrooms. Upstairs, our entire, like the second floor has carpet. then that's the second floor is basically the kids area, but the main floor is all like, it's not real wood, it's like fake wood that's like really durable and stain proof, and I love it. I love it because the kids are a mess. We got rugs down and stuff, but you spill a cup of milk or something awful that you don't want to cook, it doesn't matter. But downstairs in the basement here, there's carpet everywhere, and like, you know, you spill a glass of wine or you spill a cup of milk or something, it's just terrible. I hate it, and it's like cream colored. Everything is white. I hate it. I want it to be the fake wood or the real wood. I just got, like, it's so hot. I don't like carpet. You pee in your basement sink sometimes? Okay. You brush your teeth in there too? Carpet is a scam. Well, your last house had bamboo floors? That's cool. Like, just straight bamboo? Or did they have, like, some kind of epoxy over it, or what? Tish would be a Blade Show Atlanta. He's referring to himself, I imagine. I need to get a shirt that says the hardest or something. Currently saving all my pennies so I can buy stuffs. We might... Taylor, you and I might talk about me funding something where we both benefit. I think that sounds kind of like fun. I can't have carpet in my truck as a road. So I learned my son's... I was keeping my son's football pads in the back there. And I didn't realize, you know, like, obviously not his jersey and stuff like that. We had to wash that. But his football pads, I wasn't realize how much he was sweating in those. And they were soaking in, and they were sitting on top of that carpet. And after I took him out, I realized, I was like, oh my God, the back of his, it stinks. And I had to pull it out and, like, wash it. Because, like, that BO smell had, like, he's 10. But, you know, you learn. If you're going to have carpet in the truck bed, you can't put stuff like that back there. Yeah, well, monthly payments for anything right now, like, it can be pretty rough. You guys remember keeping your football stuff in your like your high school locker? And every now and then, like, I'd leave my practice pads in there, and I'd be like, whatever, they'll be fine. Like, I'd leave them in there like a day or two of practice, and you're like, whatever. But I remember one time I just left them in there for a week in high school. I was like a senior. I was like, who cares? We're all dudes, you know? And, like, it was Friday, and my friends were like, dude, you stink. Every single time I ran into somebody, they were like, oh my God, your practice jersey and your practice pants, you stink so bad. And I kept trying to laugh it off, and I was like, okay, I'll never do that again. Absolutely awful. I also had a buddy, still to this day, close friend. His name's Dusty. Dusty did not wear socks with his wrestling shoes, ever. And Dusty, who's a year older than me, absolutely, he had no shame whatsoever. And he wasn't a dirty guy. He was actually super clean cut, always looked good, always smelled good, you know, kept his hygiene good, but he did not wear socks with his wrestling shoes. And everybody knew Dusty was a good wrestler, and if he got a hold of you, the other seniors that's really bad, actually, but it was funny because we're all friends. But the joke was they'd hold you down, and Dusty would take his shoes off, and he'd wipe his feet on your face, like, before practice got started. It was awful. It was the worst thing ever. But everybody got it. Everybody got it. At one point, we tried to do the same thing to him. We caught him, but none of our feet stunk as bad as his did. Chemical warfare was exactly right. Show the hawk? Okay. Where is it? Oh. This, when the going gets tough, the tough get hard. I mean, they do say that. So this is a John Wick 4 edition of the Hawk Deadlock Model C. But this specific John Wick 4 edition is actually serial number 4, and I can prove it. Hold on. I will prove this to you. Look at that shit, huh? I got freaking serial number 4. I requested it. I have no idea if that makes it worth more money, but I have it. Yeah, those are pretty valuable on their own. The Aviator Bifrost, yeah. Number 1 would make it worth more, obviously, but number 4, given that the movie is John Wick 4 and it's actually the knife from the movie, I have a feeling probably makes it one of the more valuable ones. There's the Aviator Bifrost with the craziest machine work you've ever seen. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. Show the weirdest knife I have. Well, the weirdest knife is probably the Alchem. I'll get that out again. Give me a sec. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. The weirdest knife is definitely the Alchem. Hold on, let me get it in mode 1. So, this is a super rare version of this knife. This is the Alchem Genesis. Mode 1. Mode 2. That's the weirdest knife I own. It's also one of the most expensive knives that I own. What Poicolo knife do I recommend? Something, what is it? Oh my god. The one that my wife got me. Oh my god, what is the name of it? Gosh darn it, it's a really good intro Poicolo. If you go to Blade HQ and type in Poicolo, or go to NC Blade and type in Poicolo, they have a lot of knives that are sitting right around $400, and any of those are probably good. Like, they're overpriced, but any of those are probably good entry-level ones. They are the entry-level ones, so that doesn't really help you out, but any of those are good. Your local gas station has those by the case and the counter? Oh, okay. Never heard that before. What am I even looking at? The top middle. Oh, it's a Zerkatai bit driver with the base. So, like, here's the base, but it's all Zerkatai. It's the Helixer driver. This is the actual driver. All Zerkatai. This piece comes out, and you flip it over, it's got the smaller head. So if you want to pay $500 for a bit driver, it's super cool though. I mean, I love stuff like this. Good Screw made it. You can pre-order it right now. I also have one in full titanium, just like base titanium, that I'm also going to give away. I'll show that actually to you guys here. Like this, I mean, they sent me two. You can't really blame me. I'm going to keep the Zerkatai one because it's awesome. But I am going to give away the other one. Here's the other one. Pretty cool, right? Polished tie. I'll give that one away. That's still like this one here is still like $300. I mean, it's super nice. Tritium slots too. Yeah, still beautiful. Good Screw. I love Good Screw. They're awesome. They just make over-the-top stuff. But I'll make sure one of you guys gets this. Not tonight, but we will do that. Favorite sub 50? Right there. The Migron Vacor is about as good of a pocket knife as you're gonna get under 50 bucks. 45 bucks. It's a better bug out than the bug out. It's 14C28N, ridiculously thin blade, amazing EDC knife, absolutely incredible EDC knife. And if you want the fancy one, M390 and Crystal Tie for like 120. There it is right there. Do I like Schrade at all? Not really. I feel like they got it in them to do something good. Their quality control is just not good. The Schrades are not the best beaters. Absolutely not. Schrade makes a lot of bottom tier stuff. There are a million other things I'd recommend to you guys before Schrade, in all honesty. But you know what? Hey, it's just like I say with everything else. If you've got one and it works for you, don't feel obligated to buy something else. Like, I would disagree with this statement, but I'm not going to come down on people for carrying them. If you're carrying a tack force, I'll come down on you for that. What's my favorite in the stack? Well, it's always going to be the twin arch nemesis over here. Number one, my wife got me this one for our anniversary. Number two, this is the rarest and most valuable knife that I own. This one right here. I love that Taylor has exposed Ozark Trail for 55 HRC. I love that. I've got no shortage of people in my comments. Oh, everybody here is stupid. You could buy an Ozark Trail. It's better. And Ozark Trail makes all of you dumb and I'm smart. Ozark Trail is selling you 55 HRC gum wrapper steel. Yeah, you paid $10 for it. You paid $10 for a piece of whale shit. It's nothing. You're still getting scammed at 10 bucks. Spend 30 and get a better knife. The freaking Ozark Trail Superiority Clan. Like, I can't stand them. You cut butter and there's a good chance you're gonna roll it. Now listen, if Ozark Trail was hitting 59 to 60 on their D2 and selling it for 15 bucks, okay. But they're not. They're not doing that. It doesn't matter what it says on the blade if it's 55 HRC. What about Giant Mouse? Give us your opinion on it. It's okay. So, older Italian Giant Mouse knives, I do not like. The newer ones seem to be getting better. The Giant Mouse and Riot collabs are awesome. In fact, there was one in particular from Giant Mouse that I thought was really good. I actually really like how Giant Mouse knives look. They look like alternate universe Spydercos in some cases, and I think their cutting geometry is okay. They had a little bit of like detent and action issues for a long time, but now in 2026, I feel like they're doing a lot better. So I actually kind of enjoy Giant Mouse. Goku, what's up, man? See, Rick announced the Gen 2 autos, Triway, and a few other quality of life changes. I assume you'll be getting one. I did not know that. Thank you very much. I'll screenshot that. I will be getting one. Absolutely. That was not the chair. I farted. How many people are in here? 841 people? 846 people? That was not the chair. I farted. I'm just going to go ahead and be honest about it. I felt it. It was in the moment. I didn't want to hold on to it. I let it go. Okay? Don't judge me. I'm a human being. Yeah, beer will do that to you. Every fart burns 57 calories. Is that true? Oh my god. I burned like 3,000 calories today. Are you serious? My brother and I used to spend long days working together for my dad in the summer because both of us would come back from school or whatever we were doing when we were both in college, and we would work for my dad. And my dad owns a construction company, so oftentimes he would give us little side projects. Sometimes, oftentimes it was tearing off a roof before his roofers got to it. So Mike and I would spend long hours tearing roofs off together. Flaming Gorilla Scales, thanks for your donation. I'll get back to the story here in a second. God save the bottom line. You can't break glass because you're weak. Yes, I think that's a reference to a comment I got one time. That's funny. So Mike and I, my younger brother's name is Mike. Yes, our names are Dick and Mike. Mike and I, Mike's 2 years younger than me, but he is exactly the same height, same build. He's basically the same person. Mike and I spent 4 hours one day, and we thought it was so funny at the end of the day because both of us, we didn't speak. It became like a silent game. Well, I don't know who farted first. It was Mike or me, but he farted or I farted, and then he farted. And then like 20 minutes later, I farted, and then he farted, and that kept going with no communication, no words. It was 4 hours. And each of us, I think we counted that we farted 29 times with no words. And when we finally got to our lunch break, we were laughing so hard because it was 1 for 1 exactly. We had trapped the exact same amount of gas. We were on the same fart schedule for 4 hours. Dead even. We got that roof torn off too. We did. We went through the whole alphabet and 3 different octaves, if I remember correctly. Couple letters that aren't even in the English alphabet. Are there any Italian stilettos you'd recommend under 350? If you can get yourself an AGA Camplin under 350, yes, absolutely. AGA Camplin. Outside of AGA Camplin, no. And I'll tell you what you can expect from AGA Camplin. You can still expect fit and finish issues. You can expect absolutely subpar steel. You can expect a rounded tip. And an edge that kind of is okay at cutting. You're not going to get anything special. The world of Italian stilettos is completely different. The best production stilettos are Latamas. And beyond that, it's custom. You drive a bus and blame it on the kids. I would too. Yeah, we're talking about farts. I mean, like, listen, my demographic, the vast majority of you in here are between the ages of 25 and 55. Every single one of you, I mean, not every single one, almost all of you like knives. You like cars or trucks or both. You probably like guns. You probably have worked a manual labor job. And you probably think farts are funny. I know you. I know you guys because I am you. And you're me. That's why we're here together. We're all holding hands. Many of us are farting right now. Yeah. We're all the same person. I know there's some ladies in here too. That's fine. You gals can fart away. It's all right. Safe space. I know who you guys are. It's all right. It's cool. Look at all this. The unity. The unity in here. The friendship. Oh, man. Oh, man. I just think it's funny. Like, if we had like a real time, like, I bet the number of people who intentionally pushed out a fart just after me saying that, Like if we had it in like real audio, I bet like the farts increased when I said that. Like it was like a cheer fart, like in favor of the conversation, the farts increased. This is gonna get weird. We're gonna take it to a weird place. I don't want to take it to a weird place. We're just being fun. This is funny. All right, we can talk about something else. It'd be deafening. Yeah. Hey, we all have to be thankful that we are not at the age of tech where we can smell each other through the internet. We're not there yet. We've talked about this. It's a blessing. You know, our grandkids are gonna, be like, my grandpa said there was a time in the olden days where you couldn't smell people through your. Now they have smell-o-vision. He said, well, I existed before you could smell people on the other side of the world. $50 people sitting on the toilet, definitely. I mean, I would venture to guess, so there's 900 people in here. Yeah, I'd say 5% are on the toilet. 5%. That's just how it is. I'm the kind of live stream you watch on the John. Some of you are at work right now. I mean, you're supposed to be working. You ain't working. You've been on that toilet for 20 minutes. You should be out of there, but you're not. Okay, so for those of you who have been to Comic-Con, I've never been to Comic-Con. I heard Comic-Con smells bad. I like to, before I leave my house for the day, I like to have showered. I like to put on deodorant. And I like to put on clean clothes. I like to brush my teeth. I also smell the inside of my hat. I don't think a lot of people do that. I have a few different hats, and some of my hats I work out in, I try to smell the inside of my hat. And then I leave the house. I feel like a lot of people who go to Comic-Con don't do that. For those of you who have been to both Blade Show and Comic-Con, is Blade Show the same, better, or worse? I'm your favorite shitter content. That's great. For those of you who've been to Comic-Con, is Blade Show the same, better, or worse? I always smell like knife people probably have better hygiene. But it's just a guess. Blade Show has no smell. I think that speaks volumes of the people at Blade Show. Blade Show has no smell is great. Comic-Con has the furries. I know those guys smell bad. I know. I'm not going to judge anybody. If you're in here right now and that's you, I'm not going to judge you. I'm just going to say that community has... people say you guys stink. They say you all are stinky. I mean, to be fair, you walk around in a fursuit and what I assume is a diaper under there too. You're probably going to stink, but I mean, maybe consider washing up sometimes. Maybe consider hosing down, right? You're a fox, you live with a dog or whatever. Maybe hose each other off sometimes. Is it too late for the giveaway? No, the giveaway is actually right around the corner here. Please show any spider coat. Okay, here's the Pakal, which I thought was a new model. It's apparently not. If you're going to go self-defense and EDC combined, the Pakal is a self-defense knife, for sure. I mean, no question. Self-defense knife. But if you want a good self-defense EDC, I feel like the Pakal is a pretty good split down the middle. It's got the Mannix 2 lock. Cage lock. Pretty cool. We'll get around the corner, don't you worry. We'll get there when we get there, all right? Oh, by the way, I'll make it quick. I'll make the Patreon plug. So normally, I do... So last week I said I opened up on Patreon the exclusive giveaways. This is separate from tonight's giveaway. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you pay anything. If you want to join my Patreon and pay, you can join one of 3 tiers that have various levels of giveaways. $1 is 1 giveaway, $3 tier is 2 giveaways, the $5 tier is all 3 giveaways. Normally, like last week, I opened up those giveaways for entry, and I normally draw on Fridays. Today, I was super busy. I could not draw for them, so they're actually still open. So anybody who joins my Patreon tonight, which is, by the way, the link at the bottom of the screen, there's a ton of other benefits, including access to my private Discord and other stuff. But if you want to join those giveaways for this month, you can actually still do that. They're still open. I'm not going to draw until Monday. And I'm going to go ahead and say, number one, they're all premium, but that $5 tier giveaway is pretty epic. So if you want to join, link at the bottom of chat. You can see it's a little thing that says MC, my Patreon. There's a little hint of a link there. You just click on it. Yeah, it is like Jimmy Jones. You got to go to the... Hey, Brandon, are you a little sauced right now? Brandon, you a little saucy right now, huh? You're typing a lot. You're in all caps. You have you had a few? I'm now, ever since I like jumped all over him and I felt so bad about that. Now I'm like doing that thing where I'm being overly friendly to him for no reason. I just feel bad. Is it weird? Is it weird when I get mad at people? Like when I change my demeanor out of nowhere? Is it jarring? Or are you guys completely unfazed by it? Like when somebody's acting out and like I change my demeanor and I get really pissed off? Okay. All right. Good. Because it's not supposed to be. I just want to deal with them quick and move on. All right. Feeling bad for Goku. Why? Because he never wins? Goku's a good sport. He's never once complained. Never once. This is the truth. Goku has legitimately joined over 160 live streams, and he has never won. Never once has Goku slipped into my DMs. He's never slithered in. He's in my DMs, and we talk about all sorts of things. He's never once gotten in there and say, hey, man, can you just do me a solid? Not once. Not once. He's a good dude. Tonight's 163. Can we get Goku to tell? He's right there. He's right there. USA 16395. He's got the image of the silhouette of Goku. I have had people slide in and say, hey, man, can you just like they think I can rig it. That's the funny thing. People think I have control over that third-party website in some way. Like I can push a button and like make it go to a certain person. I can't. You just push a button and it goes. It's like duct taping the gas pedal down on a car and just sending it off into the desert. Like who? Like I don't know. You know, where did Ron Weasley's car go after it kicked him out after they crashed into the Whomping Willow? It went into the fucking forest. Who knows? Things being driven by magic. I have no idea how it works. It's gone. I hope I don't win. I'd hate that. Goku can't win until episode 264 is a bit. Oh my god, what a magical comment that was. What a great one. I let my son, I probably shouldn't have, it wasn't very appropriate. I let my son watch, and I know you guys know what we're talking about here, Dragon's Ball PP. I let him watch episode 1 and episode 2 of the mock, one of the gems of YouTube. I let him watch it. I said, there's a lot of stuff in here you can never repeat. I'm gonna let you watch it, because you've seen all of Dragon Ball Z, you've seen it, you're gonna get it. He laughed so hard. He's 10. Wasn't really appropriate for a 10-year-old, but I let him watch it. He thought it was hilarious. If you are a Dragon Ball fan and you've never gotten on YouTube and typed in Dragons, DRAGONZ BALLPP, if you've never done that, you will understand. You'll understand what they're doing if you're a fan. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. It went into the effing force will go down as my favorite quotes. Well, that was my question. In the books and the movie, the car just like seemingly gets upset and just leaves. And I'm like, where did it go? What was it doing? What was that car doing this whole time? What was its agenda? We will never know. And they don't even question it. They're like, well, that's just how magic works, I guess. You know, there's so many things in the Harry Potter universe where they just leave it up to just the weirdness of magic. They utilize magic, but they don't fully understand it. And in this case, a car has been bewitched with near sentient behavior. And it left. It went to the forest. But they're like, that'll probably work itself out. It's just gone. Who knows what that car did? Nobody will ever know. Oh, I know it. Yeah, you know it's fiction? Oh, golly, gee willikers. It's fiction? You kidding me? You kidding me? It's fiction? That's wild, man. I thought that was real. Oh, man, you're telling me Harry Potter's fiction? Holy crap, I gotta totally reevaluate my life. Oh, Goku wins. If I get it, I'll give it to him. But I love Dragon Ball OG. Yeah. Gee willikers, man. Fiction. God. I look at Harry Potter the same way I look at the Declaration of Independence. It's just as real. Both of those things happen. MC, you're basically the Bob Ross of EDC. I don't understand, but I do think that's funny. Oh, man. Ken Schuler sent 20 memberships. Thank you so much, Ken. Is there a pocket knife in... Yeah, you're right. There is a pocket knife in that movie. Who wields the pocket knife in the Ultimate Gohan? No, it's not the movie. What do you... hold on. I understand what you're referencing. I just can't picture it. Lord of the Rings is better than Harry Potter? I agree, 1,000%. The greatest movie of all time is Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. My wife argues with me, and she says that Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers is the best Lord of the Rings movie. And I say, you're wrong. That's wrong. It's okay to be wrong. This is your time. You're wrong about this. And you can just sit there and be wrong. You can have your sea of wrong, and I'll sail my ship of right through your sea of wrong. The Return of the King is the best Lord of the Rings movie, and it's also the greatest movie of all time. Return of the King is the best movie of all time. And anybody who thinks otherwise is wrong. No. Two Towers is really good. It's better than Fellowship. Two Towers is really good. Return of the King Extended is the best, except for the weird... with the Ghost King, and like in Return of the King, and they like spill all the skulls all over him. I get so mad at that part. Like in the extended edition, they dump the skulls all over, and they call, they're like, you have the sword, but screw you, and they dump skulls all over him. And then they leave, and they're like, Jesus, that was crazy. And the freaking king comes out of the side of the mountain. He's like, I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, it's fine. We'll do whatever you wanted us to do. And he like high fives him, he dabs him up, and goes back to the mountain. Like, why did they dump all that? Why'd they do that? Just shake hands, and why'd you try to kill him first? You bow to no one. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first time I saw Return of the King, as I was, what'd that come out in 2003? I was 14. I shed a tear during that part. He says, my friends, you bow to no one. And I almost stood up and clapped. I was so moved. I think I did. I'm about to shed a tear right now. Amazing scene. Great. Wonderful moment. Wonderful movie. Perfectly directed. Perfectly shot. Perfectly animated. I would change almost nothing about the cinematic release. I do like the extended version more just because it's extended, but there's some weird stuff in the extended one. Why did they take the mouth of Sauron? Why did they take the speaker guy away? Why didn't they leave that? You know that guy at the Black Gates? And Strider chopped his head off. Why did they take that out of the movie? I love that scene. His mouth is awful. I love that scene though. If you've never seen the extended cut of Return of the King, that is an amazing scene that they took out of the movie. We bought all the extended ones on Amazon and we just watch them. When we don't have anything else to watch, we watch them. Because he chopped his head off with a stand. The most satisfying beheading, like, he did not let him finish that sentence. He was still talking, and Strider was like, enough of this. He was still yakking on. He was still talking shit, just being dastardly, and Strider was like, I have a legendary sword. I'm done listening to you. Just decapitated him. It was so epic. Everybody was feeling it. Everybody who's ever watched that movie is like, chop his head off. Chop his head off now. And he just does it. It's so good. It's so good, man. You have no power here. Yeah, but that was the king. That was Gondor. The king of Gondor when Saruman was controlling his mind. I've never watched a Harry Potter movie or Lord of the Rings. I'm an adult. Laughing emoji. Cool. Cool, bro. High five, man. God damn, you're better than us. Wow. Holy shit. It's time to draw. Cool guy over here. Cool guy. Cool guy. It's okay if you don't like Lord of the Rings, but don't be that guy's like, That's all I hear. It's like somebody put peanut butter in an exhaust pipe, started up an old Volkswagen Beetle, it's just stuffed full of peanut butter. That's what it sounds like to me. I'm not listening. It is what it is. You're right. It is what it is. How true that is. Brosif. All right, let's get these knives out. I think we're just going to do a straight line of 12 here. Okay? All right. There we go. No 2 rows, just 12. There's a lot of premium stuff left. Barbara Streisand. I was saying, I felt it. I felt it coming. I thought it's time to say. It's time to say a name. It's one long movie broken into 3 segments, and the director's cut is the only way to watch it. Best movie of all time, easily. I agree. Yeah, 100%. Okay, hold on. Let me get my bearings here. We had a little too much fun. I do crack myself up. It's so lame. It's one of my worst personality traits. I have that really unfortunate personality trait where I make myself laugh, and it's so stupid. It's so cringe. I don't know what it is. And some of you guys in here are probably like me. You make yourself laugh and like you laugh at your own jokes and it's so lame. I don't know why I'm like that. I can't like it's not even that like I'm sitting here thinking that I'm funny. Sometimes I do things and I don't expect to do them and then I laugh afterwards and it's so cringe. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, but that's me, you know. We're already here. You guys have already accepted me. You know, it's just part of it. It is weird. It is. But I mean, like, some people get it, you know? It's not always funny. Sometimes it's just funny to me. It's not funny to you guys. It's just funny to me, but you guys have to suffer through it. I'm just letting you know I'm aware of it. And I do apologize for those times that it's unbearable. In any case, though, let's do the thing that most of you are here for. Let's give away some knives. Yeah, the iPad's charged. I bought a dedicated charger for in here. It only took me 8 years on YouTube to have a dedicated charger in this room for the iPad. But I did do that, so we're good. As long as the kids don't steal it, we're all right. Give me a second. Okay. We got 2 winners to pick tonight, okay? Here's the site. We're going to refresh it. There we go. Give me the thing. Make the thing go on the thing. There we go. Okay, there's the entry link. Filter is on. We're going to go down. We're going to get the total number of comments here, okay? Two winners. I don't need a pee-pee break. I'll tell you why, because I'm on 2.5 here. I've tried to slow down a little bit. I'm eating, now the problem is I'm eating less carbs because I'm on a diet, so 2.5. You know, there were live streams where I would have 4, and you could always tell when I got to 4. But tonight I've only had 2.5. 1,216 entries, and the first winner tonight is Nickel Vantino 1097. I just spit on the iPad, sorry. Just here to listen and have fun because the comment pickers hate me. Well, luck be a lady, is that what they say? Or whatever. Yeah, you got it, man. A bluish, an indigo N. Where are we at? No way. No fucking way. I love it, man. He clearly didn't expect to win. That's magic. Congratulations. You have 1 through 12. Pick 2. Specify the numbers from left to right. Slow down, little baby pickles. My little Pokemon, please. Slow down. Let's see what he chooses. Loyal patron too. Wonderful. 3 and 9. 3 and 9. He chose one normal one and one fairly heavy one. Premium, titanium, Reich Thor. There's a piece of hair on it. Sorry about that. Reich Thor something. I can't remember which Thor version this is, but seam construction, not integral, but I believe these are in. I think these are S90V. I think this is titanium and S90V. A very, very nice pocket knife. Thor 7, super premium, liner lock. You will love this. It's wild looking, but very premium. That was the one that felt lighter. So I was just wrong. This one is the Kaiser. So this is the screw-in Kaiser with the top liner lock, or it's basically a compression lock. But this is the better one. That's the screw-in that should hold that down a little better. And he got a coin. The MC coin. He doesn't get to keep it, but the MC coin with the pocket knives and the watches. I love that coin. It's so cool. But yeah, you got that. So you get to spin. Potentially a jackpot winner. I bet he's losing it right now. I bet he's doing cartwheels right now. All right. Everybody else, be quiet. As soon as he says go, we go. I'm looking for him to say go. Spin it. Is he going to get spin again? He's going to get spin again. He's going to get spin again. He's going to get spin again. Can we let me refresh this page. Okay. I want to get it to moving. All right. Say go and I'll go. Run it. Ah! Dang it. I was wanting to give you at least Spaghetti Wizard. Unfortunately, you got some green Poo Poo Town. It's all right. Of all the colors of Poo Poo Town, green that just means you've been eating kale. But you got two really nice knives, and one of them was a premium. I'd call that a win, guys. I'd call that a win. A nice utility knife, a nice little beater. We got a nice premium knife, too, that he can keep or sell or trade or whatever he wants to do with it. That's fine. These are yours. Congratulations. Please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the two knives you want. You can say the Reich and the Kaiser. That'll be fine. But yeah, just make sure you get me all that information. Don't forget your name or anything else in there. Make sure you get it all, and you'll be good to go. Do not freak out if I don't email you back until Friday. Sometimes even Monday after that. Like this last week, I still haven't gotten back to those guys. I still haven't done the shipping yet. So you will get your winnings. You just have to remember I'm one dude running this channel and all these other social media pages. So I get behind. Especially with 3 kids. So, but you'll get your stuff, I promise. Every person who has ever won anything has gotten it from me. Everybody. I don't have a single person left behind. Hundreds and hundreds of knives given away. You will get your stuff. I'm just a little slow. I'm going to reset that. Okay. We're going to go back to this page, and we're going to choose pick a new winner. 10 left. Lots of premiums left, I know for sure. Travis Merrick's 43.91. Can I win twice? Let's see. You did. This guy has won before. Travis, are you in here? I remember that name. Yeah. Travis, have you won before? Look at all this rigged. Travis, congrats, dude. All right. Slow down. We gotta let Travis pick, guys. I'm sure he's already subbed. Travis won a long time ago. If I remember correctly, Travis won a long time ago. All right, guys, slow down. Let him talk. He won. You're going to have to deal with it. He won. So slow down and let him talk. He's got to pick 2. Didn't win. Want an interesting knife? Selling my Nano Valhalla for $300 on binge. Okay, check out that listing. Thank you very much. Bruce Levering has won 3 times. This is RNG, guys. This is luck of the draw. It's how it works. There's 1,000 people in here. It's a lot. It's not that many, though. It's gonna happen sometimes. Be good at math. Yeah, you did. You won. Let's go, Travis. Pick 2. Don't get mad about it. You're wasting your energy. I can't do anything about that page. It's random. I'm gonna honor it. You guys are gonna have to deal with it. He said it. Travis, say it again. I just need to read it from you. I got too many people whining and complaining. Shut up, Nate. I don't want you guys. I want him to say it. I want to read it from him. 1 and 2. All right. Everybody coming down on Travis like he did something wrong. He got a coin, too. So we have a budget. We got one of the D2 Migrons, but you got a coin, so you do get to spin. And holy God, he got 2 coins. So 2 knives. The other one here is a real steel. Is this Nitro X7? This is. This thing is in Nitro X7. I forgot about that. Okay. Ostap Hell, Real Steel, and Nitro X7 as well. 2 coins. He's spinning twice. I will make a deal with you guys. I think that actually has spent all of the coins. We have 3 premium knives in the pool currently. If that's all the coins, I'll put more coins in these pouches so we can keep doing jackpot. But he got 2 of them. He got 2. Oh, it's not fair. Luck of the draw. I honor it for him. I'd honor it for you. Everybody who's complaining, if it was the same thing for you, I'd honor it for you too. It's equal with everybody. Wasting your energy complaining about it. It's equal here. Fair. We honor the draw. Period. Chill. Chill. Silly. It's silly to complain about. You can't control it. Taylor. All right, chill out. I need to see him. I need to see him say go. Hey, you whiners are doing nothing. I know most people are joking, but people who are actually mad, you're doing nothing. Travis, you say go and I spin. Guys, I need to see him. Slow down, please. Please. I know I'm joking around here with you guys, but please slow down. Let me see him. Go. Travis, first spin. He gonna get the spaghetti wizard. Spaghetti wizard! Let me pick you a good one. Oh boy, what's a good one? Hold on. Travis, I'm going to give you a butterfly knife. Not the butterfly knife you're expecting, a literal butterfly knife. Congratulations, you've won this beautiful M-Tech butterfly knife from my pile of trash. Congratulations. This thing actually has survived multiple throws into the pallet. It's been a part of multiple jokes in videos that have received over 1 million views. This knife is literally famous. Yeah, congratulations. This is now yours. Your own butterfly knife. Okay. Let's refresh this so the wheel actually moves. And then Travis gets to go again. Watch him get double Spaghetti Wizard, and that's never happened before. We have more jackpots than Spaghetti Wizard on this channel, by the way. Travis, you say go, and we go. Spin it. Travis going. Here we go, Travis. Come on, I'm rooting for you. Everybody's going to be mad if you hit jackpot, but everybody's heart was pounding there. We got a blue poo-poo town. If your poop is blue, go to the hospital. Travis, you're good though. You got we got a Miguron. We got the Ostap Hell and Nitro X7 from Real Steel, pretty cool, and an authentic butterfly knife. It's actually still pretty solid, and it's polished. It's kind of a cool knife, right? For a gas station knife. Not bad. Okay. Congratulations. Please make sure to email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the 3 knives you won. Sorry about that. Don't freak out if I don't email you back until Friday of next week. That's normal. Or the following Monday. Also normal. But yeah. All right, guys. We did it. The night is complete, but it's not over because I don't have anything else to do right now, so I'm probably going to hang out. I really thought my son would be back. I thought his grandma would have dropped him off, but I haven't heard I'm gonna check real quick and see if I have any text. I don't have any text. That means that we're gonna hang out. That's what we're gonna do. For everybody congratulating Travis, you guys are winners. I know most of the whiners were just joking around, but we did have a couple of people who were dead serious, and those people are obviously losers. Not in the sense they didn't win anything tonight, but in reality. Odds are odds. It's random. It's totally random every single time. There's no reason to get mad. The most offensive to me was when that lady won, and everybody was all mad, like, you know, like she wasn't a real viewer or whatever. She'd been watching for a year. And like there were people coming down, and I was like, "What? Like, what are we doing? This is free. It's free for everybody to enter. Like, why get mad? Like, what's the point? What do you think is going to become of it? Good for Travis. He's lucky. He won twice. That's awesome. He's going to get his stuff." Check community post. Rate your viewers. I don't understand what that means, but if you don't pay for another comment. I just don't understand that one. I can only collect one brand, Herman or Hinder. I love Herman's, but I'll tell you why I'm going to go with Hinder. It's pure nostalgia. Hinder represents a turning point in my interest in this hobby, and if I'm going to be honest here. If I were to point to like 10 makers that help build this channel, the reason I'm so obsessed with knives, Hinderer is a huge reason. I bet you anything that this channel generated at least 50,000 subscribers from the Hinderer content alone. So yes, I'm going to go with Hinderer. Just finished my shift at work. I missed most of the show. You decided to stay on a little longer. Who really won tonight? I think I did. Hell yeah. Yeah. Hey, awesome, man. Positive spin. I don't really have any time for I'll respond to them. Like, I have a policy about that. Is like, you know, people say, why do you respond to the haters? Why do you feed into it? I do. I just do. I fire back, and I don't really care what the outcome of that is. People say, oh, it's negative. It'll hurt your channel. It doesn't. As one of the largest knife content creators on YouTube, I can confidently say it absolutely does not. I will continue to throw pies. I'll fire back. Yeah, I do that. But I'm all for the positivity. If people are going to be negative, I'll throw it back at them. I don't want them here anyway. I want the positive people. So if I can chase off the losers and keep the winners, that's who I want. I want a community of good, nice people who are, you know, normal, have normal, you know, like reasonable manners, reasonable demeanors. That's who I want. So if I can chase off the idiots, I'm going to do it. I'll sign that butterfly knife if he wants me to. Sure. Thank you. Thank you. It's the people after the giveaway that are here for you. But you guys, like, I'm here for everybody, but I hang around for the people afterwards because I want to hang out with you guys. Like, I can't gain any. I mean, like, yeah, you guys could donate or whatever, but this obviously isn't the part of the live stream that's like super lucrative for me, but I do the live streams because I like doing them. I like hanging out with people. I love giving things away. I get a lot of free stuff, so obviously, I mean, you guys have heard this over and over again. Like, you guys have heard me say, oh, I do these live streams because I love giving stuff away and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, I'm such a good person. I give away all my free stuff, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but like that, yeah, it's also true. But I kind of just like having a group of people that I can talk knives with because, as you all know, having a community of people who share the love of the same hobby as you in this case, is rare. We like knives. It's not common for us to have circles of friends who want to sit around and talk knives. If I had a group of 10 buddies who came over every weekend and we just sat around and had some drinks and talked knives, that'd be great. But that's pretty unrealistic. So this is what I have. This is what I love to do. You guys are my buddies. I want to talk knives and whatever else with you guys. What's the zebra-looking knife? Is that a Herman? Yeah, yes, it is. It's actually milled this way. It's a Herman Ovium. It's their largest model. Very cool. Very sharp. Heavy detent. I would have never won if another guy I met at the Patreon group texted me to remind me your Patreon group is the group of people also proof it's not rigged. There we go. Yes, that's very true. Somebody messaged him. I'm so glad it worked out that way too. I'm so glad there's a bunch of real people in Patreon who like jumped in and notified you. Well, we're all in that boat. I have a few friends and family members who think knives are kind of interesting. Not enough to come over and like hang out with me. I got a few guys who like to come over and they like to pick up some knives for me. I got some local buddies. Let's see, what did I say? There's like 6 guys here locally who like to. There's one guy I really like, and I actually need to get back with him. He might actually be watching the stream right now, and if he is, what's up? He owns it's like a brick and mortar like supplement store, and he likes to trade me supplements for knives. So I get like pre-workout and protein and creatine, and he comes over and I lay out a whole bunch of stuff, and he goes through and he just picks what he wants, and we trade. Because he's got stuff that I want, and I've got stuff that he wants, and we like to sit around and, you know, shoot shit and talk about knives for a little bit. And it's fun. I have another neighbor who likes to do that. And I like it, you know, but it doesn't happen often enough, so these live streams are a way for me to enjoy my online social circle. There's no way my population counter's off. There we go. It said there were still over 1,000 people in there. I was like, there's no way. 400 sounds about right. Yep. Is there any smaller companies you want me to try and get my hands on? I'm trying to help the little guys if I can. Let's see. Hold on, I know I've got one. You know who I'd like? Because I have like almost blacklisted Sativian. I would like to know a little more about Sativian. I think you should reach out to them. And here's why. Their fit and finish is very good. And they do try to keep up with the community. They've tried to reach out to me. That one M390 knife put me off. Maybe Sativian. If we're talking little Chinese companies. But how about for the American guys? Have you done Machine Wise? I feel like Machine Wise makes an incredible product. The Mojave and the Sonora are beautiful products, and I bet that their HRC is awesome. I know that's a little tiny group. I think maybe if they have an opportunity to send something. Defiant 7, sure. I had a Sativian, so the backstory on that, I had a Sativian in M390 that was an $85 to $90 knife, and I cut like literally 10 cuts through cardboard, and it like lost its factory sharpness immediately, and I was like, this is not heat treated correctly. If somebody like me can pick up on that, if I'm picking up on that in my casual testing, there's something wrong. So like I was like, no more. I'm not taking anything from this company. Rob's Nerdy Knife says, good evening, MC. Last week I was a member for 48 months and you missed me. I'm very sad about that. Rob, I publicly apologize to you. You are a wonderful asset to my community. I am sorry about that. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member for 48 months. Sincerely. My bad, dude. You're awesome. I got you. I got you. You know what I love? Who picked up the Zero Blade Play Neptune? God almighty. What a freaking knife, man. What a knife. Wonderful, wonderful blade. What a kick-ass OTF. For 118, but what was it? 118? God dang. This Neptune was $118. If you used my code, it was $103. The giveaway is over. If you're here for the giveaway, we already did it. We're in after party time. We're just hanging out. It's just me. Like no one's here because the girls are at dance. Or the girls, I mean my wife and my middle child are at dance. It's just me and the little one, and my son is supposed to be back at some point, but he's with his cousins. I'm sure they're when he's at grandma's playing with his cousins, the older cousins, they're eating cookies and they're playing Smash Bros. He's got two cool grandmas. They both have consoles at their house. They play Smash Bros. And old school video games. They play like old school Nintendo, Super Nintendo. And he's probably having a good time. So. Is there a smaller Zero Blade Play OTF? Yes, there is. It's called the Uranus. Hilarious name. But that's what it is. They are killing it. I don't think that they're very consistent with their HRC. But Taylor, if he's still in here, actually, yes, he is right there. Taylor actually got directly with MaxAce and assisted them in, was it like protocols? He got them to do their own testing better, and I think they also sent him samples, which is very cool. Taylor and I discussed this the other night and I told him that it doesn't really matter if we affect this industry in a way that results in fewer sales initially. And this, just so you guys know, yes, when Taylor and I, talk about the stuff, I mean, it's me like putting Taylor on the projector, but yes, fewer people will buy stuff that's not higher HRC, but it's a necessary part of this. The reason that I don't care or mind, even if it affects my own revenue, is because the right information is getting out. Taylor is presenting the correct information. He's pushing companies to make better products for what they're charging. The prices are fine, and the products, like the actual fit and finish, is great. But where a lot of these companies are lacking is consistent higher HRC. And what will drive sales and be better for the community, what will be better for everybody, me, Taylor, consumers, and these retailers, these OEMs, what will be better is when we can see the numbers. And when people can see the numbers, these companies understand where their targets should be. They understand how to better serve the community. It's better for everyone, and ultimately will result in a better experience for everybody. There's zero downside to this. So what Taylor's doing is magic. Nothing short of magic. He is an absolute necessity, and anybody else that's doing the same thing as Taylor. The more people who reference Taylor's work is also better. I mean, it's not just like Taylor is not like a unique asset to my channel. Taylor should be an asset to everybody's channel. It's like I often say, we all like to reference Laren Thomas. Laren Thomas does a community service. It's very beneficial. He sheds so much knowledge, so much insight. Like, people became instantly so much more knowledgeable. What Taylor does is not like, it has to be exactly that. What he does is say, here's what it is. This is what these companies are doing. What people want, what the community wants is, the response to Taylor's data. Aurora knife and tools you got sitting around. No, I have to send these two back that I still... Oh, you just reminded me. I've got one that I've had for months. I have to send those back. What's stiletto? I think swing guards are the coolest. But if you like swivel guards, they're fine. Swing guards, I think, are very special. Because they have that extra little component, and it makes noise. It's got the clickies. How much is the Uranus? I think it's a little more... Excuse me, I think it's a little more expensive. It's like $135. Taylor, what is Nitro X7 supposed to be? Is it 62 to 64? Is it supposed to be up there at 64? What I have read is that Nitro X7 is if you were to take a Magna Cut and increase the toughness and decrease the edge retention, you get Nitro X7. It's Nitro V with better carbide formers, and the stainless qualities of 14C28N. That's what I came to understand. But it has a higher hardness range than a lot of steels, closer to 63, 64 up in there. Okay, I think my son's home. I'm going to check on him real quick. Give me a sec, guys. Yeah, okay, and then we'll watch it. Okay, 20 minutes, and then I'll come out. Okay. He's gonna play Luigi's Mansion for 20 minutes. I'll hang out for another 15, 20 minutes here. I was gonna tell you guys, so I have 3 multi-tools that somebody brought up multi-tools, so I'm gonna say this. I have 3 multi-tools that are dedicated users. In my truck, I have the Leatherman Surge. In the junk drawer, the dedicated junk drawer multi-tool, which gets used by everybody in this house, is a Leatherman Wave. And I also have a Swiss Tool Spirit X down here. Is that one down here? I guess not. I don't know where that one is. But I have 3 multi-tools, and I love the Spirit, and I love the Surge. The Wave is the one that gets used the most. The serrations on the Wave are awesome. The tools on the Wave are awesome. The Leatherman Wave remains to be essentially like the quintessential must-have EDC multi-tool. The Leatherman Wave is my favorite. Now, I haven't experienced a ton. I probably 6 or 7 different, I didn't mean to say that, different multi-tools. But the Wave is my favorite. I know nobody asked. I'm just letting you know. I do honestly recommend that everybody who likes pocket knives, you really should have a multi-tool, and it's not necessarily that you should carry that multi-tool everywhere, but for me, having a multi-tool in an area where it's something that you're going to use a lot, we have a lot of everybody's got a lot of kids toys that need batteries changed, or you got to screw in the handles on the cabinets in the house, or the little adjustment the hinges on the cabinets, they get loose and you have to adjust them. I use it for that a lot. I use a little pry bar for things we have to drain that. We have the washer dryer combo where it washes and dries at the same time, but you have to take that panel off and drain it every now and then, and I use a little flathead for that. That multi-tool, it's never exactly the right tool for what I'm using it for, but it is so unbelievably handy. I use it for holding bolts. When I assembled my gym, I used that thing. I had that out there, and I used it to hold the nuts on one side while I, use the impact gun, and little things like that. Multi-tools are such necessary things, and also, it stops people from using their pocket knives as multi-tools. So many people will use a cheap pocket knife as a multi-tool, a screwdriver, a pry bar, all you're doing is just killing the thing that it's supposed to be good at, which is cutting. Use the multi-tool for that. And most multi-tools have a blade on them. So if you want to have a dedicated pocket knife, it's great, but like a multi-tool, not necessarily on your person, but just in the vicinity, is such a necessary thing. My favorite down here, this almost never gets used, but the one that's down here is this guy. I forget what this is. This is the one that's down here. The one I've used the most, I think, is also down here. I like Victorinox knives. Yep, my most used. I carried this at the dealership for years. Years. This was my little EDC that I handed to people when someone said, "Do you have a knife?" So I always carried this guy. It's a Cadet. The Victorinox Cadet is the great, like, this is my favorite second pocket knife. It's a nice high quality pocket knife, but if one of my coworkers said, "Do you have a knife?" I carried the knife for me, and then I also carried my Cadet every single day. I used the little flathead to screw in, like when we would take the dealer tags off and like put the temporary tags on. I always used this to screw in those tags, and it held up so well. But this was the one that I used, because if they screwed it up, like, no big deal. It's actually still pretty sharp. Here, I never sharpened this. I sold cars for 5 years. Here's the edge. Still, it's fine. Like, it didn't necessarily get an incredible workout, but, like, it's fine. Victorinox Cadet, super thin, right? This guy, this is the Pioneer. The other one that I have, the Pioneer's a little bigger. Pioneer a little bigger. It's got a few more tools. But the Cadet, like, man, the Cadet's a good knife. Really good one. What brand? When I sold for Lewis, it was Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Toyota, and then we also had a Ford side, but I was allowed to sell for Ford as well. Now they're Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Toyota, Chevy, and GM. They sell, like, all of that stuff. And they also sold used cars. Actually, I loved that job. I love that job, and I'm still friends with all of the people up there. One of my favorite jobs. That's one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. If you are a little bit directionless, and you're not sure, what to do, you need a job, and you're worried, like, I don't know if I have the experience. If you are a person who likes to be social, you like to talk with people, and you don't mind, moving around and kind of going after stuff, give it a shot. There's not a lot of requirements to be a car salesman. You do have to look nice. You have to wake up and get ready and dress nice and all of that. But if you would call yourself a social person, anybody can be a car salesman. And people, it's a negative stigma. That's the problem. People don't like car salesmen. But I had a very positive experience in that environment, and I learned a lot. The people that I worked with were actually very genuine, and they did care about people, and they weren't out there to screw anybody. Everybody's after a paycheck, sure. I mean, any job that's like a commission-based job, sure. You could say the same thing of like people who sell cell phones or whatever. But the people I worked with were very genuine, and I care about them for sure. So don't be afraid of it. If you don't know what to do and you're looking for a job, if there's an opportunity to be a car salesman, I'd say try it. It's really cool. And you get to be around cool cars all the time. It does get a little strenuous negotiating because everybody's different. Everybody has a different personality when they sit down and you show them the numbers. Some people immediately get mad. Like, it's like, they say, like, here's my trade and I want to put down 5,000. Like, give me the numbers. So you put it down and you bring the numbers out. Some people immediately get angry. Like, they just get furious, and you have to be able to deal with that. Some people are like, okay, well, you're not where I want to be, but I need to be closer to here, and then you go back and forth and you do that thing. Like, that's just how it is, But you have to be able to deal with that. Plan on being a car salesman, gun salesman when I'm old. I mean, a lot of times, like, some of the most, like, so many times selling a car to somebody, I started off, like, with people who were super, like, because people walk in there, everybody has, like, their own strategy. People walk in there, arms folded, they don't want to give you anything, they have that poker face. And as soon as you find something they want and you actually get to the number, then they become your best friend, and they're so nice. When we actually did, when a deal actually did result in a sale, so many customers who were really hard to deal with at first, when you get where they want to be and, like, it's fine on both sides, they become so friendly and cool, and then they're like, they come up there and they talk with you all the time, and they're super nice, and, like, I really enjoyed the relationship that I developed with a whole bunch of people, like, in our town, after they bought cars, because they come back and they buy cars for their kids or other family members, and they're just, it's cool. Sometimes people hate you. Like, that's just how it is. You know more about guns and cars? Well, I mean, there you go. If you're really passionate and you care about the stuff that you're talking about, like, I don't know everything about cars, but I liked them. So I got really enthusiastic about it. And if you're enthusiastic about it and you care about it, it's a lot easier to sell it. I had months where I sold one. I also had, the most cars I ever sold in a single month was 17. That was a crazy month, selling 17 cars in 1 month. But there were salesmen where I worked that sold, there was a guy who sold 30 in a month. So, yeah, you can make pretty serious money selling cars, but you have to be willing to accept the good and the bad. Yeah, you sell 15 cars in a month, it's a pretty good check. You don't have to have a passion to be good at selling things. It really helps to care about the thing that you're selling, though. If you're selling something and you care about that thing, it's obviously going to be better. You have stolen cars? I don't know if I'd say that's a good line of business to be in. I mean, do you, but I would recommend not doing illegal things. You delivered 4 cars in 1 day? I bet that was a wild ride. I bet you were there for 12 hours. You delivered 4 in 1 day. I've delivered 3 in 1 day, and that was a long day. Yeah, I know you're not saying you stole them, but, like, you were, You're there for 12 hours. Yeah, I figured. I mean, like, I always thought, like, if I can get a car deal done in, like, 2 to 3 hours, that's fast. But a car deal is usually about 3 to 4 hours. I don't know what rear steel this is. I forget. I've got a review on it coming, but it's in Nitro X7, which is a newer super steel. It's a cool knife. Very thin behind the edge. Do I own any firearms? Yes. Not very vocal about that. The firearms I own are for home defense, and that's it. But I don't talk about that stuff or show it on the channel because I don't want to get demonetized. And it's also not really like a hobby thing. It's more for like I have a family and I don't want people to hurt my family, and that's pretty much it. There's also the element of there's 850,000 people following this channel, and some people don't like me. I don't think people would ever do anything, but you know, I hope that day never comes. But if it does, I have guns. You think your Excalibur order got lost in the mail? I don't think it did. I would say hold on. It takes a long time. I think you'll still get it. But there's a long period of time where you're not going to get updates. And this is the same with everybody. It's normal for not get updates for weeks at a time. And then all of a sudden you have it. To be fair, on that note, I've never actually had any reason, like there's never been any scares. I've never been approached by any weirdos. I've never been threatened. Like, I've made some people upset, but like nobody's ever come up to me. So I'm not really worried about that. But at the same time, you gotta be careful. We all have people to protect. I don't want to hurt anybody. I mean, like normal people don't want to do other people harm. But you also have to be safe. I live in America. Where I live in America is pretty safe, but you never know. Okay, guys, this has been a wonderful evening. It's always fun to hang out for a little bit afterwards and talk about other stuff. I love, hanging out and giving away knives and chatting with you guys. You guys are good company, and I'm very fortunate to be in a position to run this channel the way that I do. I'm very fortunate to be in a position where I get to decide what I do every day, and create the content that I want to, without having people tell me what I can and can't say. So it's nice. Thank you for putting me in that position. I love hanging out with you guys. I love chatting with you guys. It's time for me to go and hang out with my son and watch some Dragon Ball, and have some snacks. So thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you so much to my patrons, all of my followers, the people who watch my channel and don't follow this channel. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye.